I don't quite see you yet. I suspect you're going to show up.
No? Oh, for some reason, no.
There he
Um,
is. There's that handsome fella. All right.
okay, you can see it.
Great to see you as always. How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, thank you. How about you?
Good, good, nice,
So
mellow.
now time zones are on the same zone.
We're on the same page. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Okay.
back to normal, as they say.
All right.
Um, so I was reviewing like where we had been, and because we kind of deviated a little bit from just like the linear, which is fine, but it just I want to make sure that we just don't skip and never cover certain things. And I found that there had been something that we hadn't covered that we need to go back and cover.
Of
So
course.
it's not new information. I mean it is a new speech sound, but it's not a new concept. So it's this glottal D that in some respects is similar to the glottal T, and in some ways it isn't. So we'll see. So basically, what's happening here is I want you to first make an N sound for me.
Mm, yeah.
Right. Okay. So if you'll notice your tongue position, that alveolar ridge is the same place where you make the T, the D. All right. So basically, what's going to happen with the stop D is now they say making it in your glottis like a glottal T. It's very
Right.
very difficult. It's even difficult for me. I don't do it in my throat. I use a stop D tongue position, and then I go right into the end consonant. So in other words, what you're going to do that I think is both easy and difficult, right, to wrap your head around, is you're going to make a D sound with your tongue
Right.
tip right here, and
Yeah.
then keep your tongue there and push the air through the nose to make the end.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Now,
Mm, okay.
yeah, so we'll get to practice. So when are we going to do this? When is it critical? Okay.
Mm,
It's especially critical in these contractions, the end, the not right negative, helping verbs or modal verbs. Could, should, would, had, did, and that's I think that's about it, right? Had, didn't, couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't. There might be
yeah.
some other, but that's going to be your main five: helping and modal, and they're very common, right? All five are super common in English. So this is not an uncommon thing that you don't need to worry about. It's very, very common, right? To use these modal verbs. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to make that D and T at the same time. Wouldn't.
Wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, if you want to release,
Wouldn't. Yeah.
yeah, if you want to release the T, wouldn't. That's okay too.
T. Yeah. Not D. Okay. So D, I won't release it. Right. Wouldn't. Yeah. Wouldn't. Okay.
Correct. That's exactly right.
Hadn't. Yeah. Hadn't. Yeah. Didn't. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, because
Understood.
you now technically you're supposed to do a stop T also, so you're not supposed to release anything, but that's super difficult. And
Wouldn't.
releasing the
Yeah.
T kind of like eases the brain a little bit, right? It's a little bit easier to kind of
Right.
comprehend.
Yeah.
Wouldn't, hadn't, didn't.
Wouldn't. Yeah. Hadn't. Didn't. Didn't. Didn't.
The,
Yeah.
the, the more important thing is going straight from the D to the end. That's critical, and not releasing the D.
Wouldn't. Yeah. Hadn't. Didn't. Yeah.
Correct. So so those are the five contraction and verb examples, right? With the modal and the helping verbs. Had, did, would, could, should. Now the most common, I should say, is going to be now we've got DEN. Now both of these examples is RDEN, but we're really worried about, and RDEN happens a lot in English, but we're worried about any glot or vowel DEN, right?
Yeah.
The most important thing is this DEN situation with R or vowel before. But the concept It stays the same. Burden.
Yeah, burden, warden, yeah.
Correct. That's exactly right. And then we've got this ENT, DENT situation, which really should sound exactly like this, right? It's the same situation. It's just obviously a different spelling, right? So if you want to release the T, prudent, that's okay. Or if
Yeah.
you want to stop T, that's okay too. Prudent.
Yeah, prudent, student, yeah.
Yeah,
Student,
okay. Yeah, that's terrific. That's
yeah.
very, very good. I have other students that like pull their hair out because they can't do it. This one, for some reason, as hard as glottal T is, and it is difficult, glottal T, this one just boggles students. So you're doing great. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and do these practice words then,
Okay.
and worry most about not releasing the D.
All right. Shouldn't, shouldn't, yeah. Wouldn't, rodent, deaden, golden, Eden, Eden,
Eden, yeah, Garden of
yeah,
Eden, yeah.
Eden, yeah. Broaden, pardon.
Okay, that was terrific, except for number 7. You said broaden, and that's a short O.
Yeah, broaden, yeah.
Correct. That's right.
Broaden, okay,
That's correct.
broaden.
Very
Yeah.
good. Everything else. Now, number 2, it sounded like you said wouldn't, and you released a T there. So it's a little bit different, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is
Okay.
wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Wouldn't, yeah.
Correct. All right. Okay.
Right.
So, all right, here we go. So there we go. As you can see, our president has a glottal D in his name, right? Joe Biden. And
Yeah.
but then we've got
Biden.
a glottal T situation here in his hometown, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. In these cases, like for example, glottal T, for example, mountain, right? You almost always you don't use a mountain, right?
Unless you live in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only people I've ever heard say mountain. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very weird.
But usually
Very, very
you say mountain, right?
correct.
So,
Yeah.
for example, in this case, Biden is also Biden. Yeah, everybody says that, so it's more like optional in this case.
No, it's I'll tell you this. Everybody, no, not everybody. Is it more common? Absolutely.
Okay, more common. Okay. So Joe Biden was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, long A.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Correct.
So Biden and Scranton.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So try to loosen up a little bit because you don't want it Biden. You don't want it to sound like a T, right? If you say Biden, nice and calmly articulate, use your voice for that D. It won't sound like Joe Biden was born, right? Like biting, like I'm biting somebody, right? Yeah.
Okay. Joe Biden was born in Scranton. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Jordan was bedridden after his sudden heart attack.
Yeah, heart attack. We're gonna flap both of those T's.
Oh, attack. Yeah. Heard attack.
Oh, yeah, my fault. We're not releasing this one. I'm sorry. That's a true T. Heart attack. My fault.
Attack. Okay. Heard attack. Yeah.
The only reason I say you don't technically have to flap any of them. I mean, most Americans flap this because heart attack is such a common two-word
and it's kind
phrase.
of one word. Yeah, in a sense. Yeah.
In a
Okay.
sense.
Heard
Correct.
attack. Yeah. Heard attack. Okay.
But it's heart attack.
Heart. Yeah. Heart. Okay. Heart attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Heart attack. Okay. Because this A the first A, attack A. No, that one. Yeah, easier, sure, right? I think.
Correct. It's correct. Attack. Yeah.
Her hard attack. Okay.
Perfect. That was outstanding. Yes.
Hard attack. Yeah. 7 is an exchange student from Sweden. Yeah.
That's correct.
I couldn't be sure exactly what was permitted and what was forbidden.
Good.
The golden sunflowers is the garden. Sunflowers in the garden wouldn't bloom until later that spring.
Good. Okay, so the glottal D's in there were terrific. Don't forget to go wide with some flowers.
Oh, okay. Flowers. Yeah. The golden flowers. Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly right.
You shouldn't keep things like that hidden. That hidden. You shouldn't keep things like that hidden. Okay. You shouldn't keep things like that hidden from him.
Good. Yeah, exactly right. You would stop on this T. That's exactly right. Good.
Okay. McFadden's family was downtrodden and laden with debt.
Good. Yeah. And you might hear this in your neck of the woods, McFadden, since it's an Irish name. All right. But
Okay.
you know what? That sounded pretty good. All right.
Okay,
So
great. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounded terrific. So I would like to, in this case, read the sentences because you'll notice right out the bat, sentence number 1, I hadn't seen the commercial until Peyton. There's a lot of glottal things in here that we also can practice.
Okay. I hadn't seen the commercial until Peyton showed it to me.
Correct.
Mr. Whitten couldn't take care of the entire litter of kittens.
Exactly.
A lot of things, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to find your name on that list.
Good.
You shouldn't experience any harmful effects from the pill.
Good.
A child your age wouldn't be concerned with such matters.
So there wasn't wouldn't, it's needn't.
Oh, yeah, okay. A child your age needn't be concerned with such matters. Yeah.
Right, and it's very common, uncommon, I should say, phrase there. You needn't, but you can use it. It happens. I forgot about that one. Normally, we're talking about, you'll notice, right, the modal verbs and then didn't, hadn't, right, are the most common. That's
Usually you don't need to, yeah. They don't need to, doesn't need to, right? Yeah, don't need to, yeah. Okay. Bryden didn't have a clue about his surprise party.
So it sounded like you glotted that one, right?
Yeah, I tried to do that.
Bryden. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Braden technically, but.
Oh, Braden, okay. Okay. I hadn't added all the addends together.
No, you're right the first time. Addends.
Addends together yet, yeah.
Good, okay.
Janet couldn't have asked for a better gift.
Outstanding. Yeah, good. And so with number 6 there, yeah, I was more concerned about since we're practicing glottal D, if you would just notice the pattern, D vowel, and we're going to glottal that one. Yeah, Braden, Bryden, who knows? I used to have a friend. I used to have a friend named Bryden, right? So it's spelled it differently, but D-E-N, we glottal D'd his name, Bryden. Olson was
Bryden.
Okay.
Yeah, Bryden.
Yeah, there you go. And Braden, right?
Okay.
Okay, great job. So let's continue. And we're going to do the sentences there because as you see, Martin.
Yeah, okay. Martin wouldn't do as he was bidden.
Good.
Aiden hadn't forgotten to wash the car. He just didn't want to. Yeah.
Good. So you glotted here, but you want to do a short forgotten.
Oh, forgotten. Okay. No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Um, you will need to harden off the seedling before planting them in the garden.
Good. Before planting, you dropped that T or reduced it. Good. Okay, terrific.
Misty's maiden name is Britain.
Good, exactly.
I decoded the hidden meaning in the symbols.
Okay. Now, I will say this with number 6. This is one of those very, very few exceptions, right? We see DON, but because of the N makes it very difficult. And I've never heard this. I never heard this name, Glottal. So we do say Brandon
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah,
most of the
Brandon.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it kind of falls into the D vowel N category. Yeah.
Okay. Brandon deadened the surrounding noise with earplugs.
And yes, good, but don't be afraid to go surrounding.
Oh, yeah, surroundings noise with earplugs.
That's exactly
Surrounding.
it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly right. Perfect.
Don't make any sudden movements.
Good.
There is a lot of traffic because they are widening the road.
So did you notice, and that's exactly right. Did you notice when you have some kind of ing, especially, and it happens a lot with these verbs, that you almost move the n to the next syllable, right? Widening.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so I heard you do that. Very, very good. That's
widening.
exactly a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
easier. Makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You can always feel comfortable unburdening yourself to me.
Correct. Beautiful.
If you see something untoward,
Correct.
please inform the local game warden.
Yeah, excellent. Untoward. Great.
Yeah.
Long O there. Local. That was outstanding. Okay.
I love my new wooden table.
Yeah,
I converted my backyard into a garden of Eden.
excellent.
It's time to broaden your horizons.
Good.
Her skin looked golden in the sun.
Outstanding. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, let's
Yeah.
continue. Now they kind of mix them up here a little bit.
Okay. He didn't want to madden the warden, so he kept the forbidden handwritten letter hidden.
Oh, so that was
So-
great, except for right here, it sounded a little bit like Matin. So you just want to be careful, right? That you are using that voice to make a D sound, right? Because if you're stopping using the tongue, which it sounds like you're using tongue placement, you're not doing anything with your throat. But even if you're stopping with your tongue in the position of the DTN, right? All the same position. You still want to use that voice, because Madden and written are going to sound completely different. Right? We want them to sound completely different. Okay.
Madden, yeah.
Written.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Yep. And everything else is good. That was the only one. Warden, didn't, forbidden, hidden, all sounded great. Written. Yeah. Okay.
Where were we? 16.
Remember,
Yeah. He had successfully outbidden hatred with kindness. Kindness.
there you
Yeah.
go. You're right.
The system couldn't be overridden manually.
Nice. Couldn't. Okay. That's exactly right. Okay.
Oh yeah. Instead of feeling remorse, his pride emboldened him to cause more harm.
They're perfect. Good.
Yeah. I was suddenly interrupted by a scream coming from the hallway.
Okay. Great job. Suddenly, and then interrupted. Drop that T. Okay.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
His face reddened upon hearing the modern news.
And so it's going to be, so if you notice
Modern,
with maddening, right? Maddening.
maddening, maddening, yeah, maddening,
Look,
yeah,
and you'll notice the trend here, right? With all of these D, you'll notice double
maddening.
D everywhere, right? So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, there it is. Maddening, right? Same thing. That's where they come from. But all of these are going to be short vowel sounds, right? With this
yeah,
exception, bold, bolden. But most of the time, we're
maddening,
talking about short
maddening,
vowels.
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this is kind of a make somebody mad or crazy. That's what that means. Maddening.
Maddening, yes, to anger somebody.
Okay,
That is correct. That's right.
okay, okay. Because like because it's unfamiliar word for me, so that was
Yeah,
kind of one
to
of the reason
madden
why.
to
Yeah,
madden someone, right? And then maddening news,
madden.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maddening. Easy. Okay. Daddy, Daddy hadn't ridden his horse, Strider, since the accident.
accident. And that one, accident, accident, accident. Yeah, that one's kind of tricky because it falls into our
Hmm.
rules, but most people don't say accident. You know, that's the
Yeah,
one where it is
accident.
the D. Yeah, accident. Exactly. The D does
Right.
get released there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then next one. Amber was shot with snow boots at the winter resort.
Or good. Okay. Yeah. Not a common word.
I was saddened that they canceled the concert.
Sure. There you
Concert.
go.
Yeah. 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 He waited until he couldn't hear his father's l-
Lead.
leaden footsteps anymore.
Good.
Uh, the box was laden with books.
Now this is different. It's going to be a long vowel because it's vowel, consonant, vowel. So it is laden.
Okay. The box was laden with books.
Good. That's right.
This is Jaden. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Jaden won the Best in Snow award.
Good. Best in show, but that's okay.
Yeah. I bet show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Um, my suitcase was laden with souvenirs from the trip.
Excellent.
Patrick.
Patrick. Yeah.
Okay.
Pat.
Patrick Borden was a fine instructor.
Good.
I couldn't I couldn't believe that Hayden paid for our dinner.
Good.
I am very fond of gardening.
That's right. Gardening. And this one,
Gardening
Jordan,
Jordan
should be dark.
should be usual. Yeah. So
No, it should be darkened, meaning it
oh
should
yeah,
be glottal D. It should be
Glottal.
glottal.
Okay. My
Jordan.
friend Jordan is going to visit his family in Sweden this summer. Yeah.
Excellent. That's right. Sweden.
Yeah. I only listen to music from the olden days.
Okay. Good. Last one.
I wouldn't want to burden you with the details.
Outstanding. Yeah. Great job. Yeah.
Great.
Very spot on.
Interesting.
So
Yeah. That
it'll just take some practice. We'll pick up here on Friday with these DENT. We'll warm up with those. I have a feeling you'll do great though because you nailed it. It sounded with very few exceptions
great.
spot on. So well done. Practice, and I will see you on Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one second. Like, do you what are the lessons like I haven't done? Like I just wonder like what so because like I can't see whatever which I haven't shared, right? I was not shared.
Well,
Yeah.
if you go here, for example, Sumi, if you go to your materials, right? Everything that has an X or like a check are things that we have covered. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Some stuff with vowels, we haven't covered because I didn't feel it was
It's probably
necessary.
too basic. Yeah, got it.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't feel it's
something already
necessary.
covered by something else. Yeah.
Right, and or you're not making. I don't hear the error, right?
Yeah,
And so I don't think it's absolutely necessary. You know, like some of these valve comparisons, we just don't need to do it because there's not an error there. These
yeah.
patterns here are new, so we may cover those. They just came out like within the last week or so. All three of
Oh,
these.
okay. So they
Yeah,
keep adding it. Yeah, okay,
they
that's
keep
great.
adding. Yeah, they keep adding stuff. So patterns is all three of them are fairly new. I mean, no, very new. Like within the last 10 days, all
Okay.
three. And then, like I said, some of this stuff. So Labit R, we probably should cover that, and we probably will. H, right? Not really a problem. So, yeah, like I said, all the stuff that has an X or T, or I'm sorry, or check is stuff that we have covered, stuff that you have access to. Everything else is stuff we have not covered. This S worksheet is
Okay.
new, but we covered the SZ, so it's same information. Yeah. So
Yeah.
to answer your question. So
Yeah, that. Could you scroll everything down all the way? Because like I just wanted to see.
yeah, there's not
Okay,
like a
because
lot.
like
We
I.
haven't covered a lot of reductions yet. We certainly haven't covered the rhythm and intonation. That's going to be the end of our discussion, right? When once we've covered all the speech sounds and reductions, we get
Right.
into this,
Right.
and we don't really cover mouth. Once you get down below mouth posture, this is all for like, you know, if you want to get specific and really dig into like mouth movement and mouth placement and all of that kind of stuff, is mostly for people that are having like really big issues. These, probably you don't need place names and stuff like that.
Right.
And then this other stuff is like, specific accents or for corporate students. We have covered breath control because you talked
Yeah, we
about
did. Yeah.
placement and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, that's.
Okay.
But
And that's it. Yeah. Okay. That's it.
that's
Okay.
it. That is it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can take a look
Interesting.
at this anytime.
Yeah, I just wonder like whether there's anything interesting one. Like I kind of me personally, I know all because obviously I'm going to be guided by you, but I just wonder like of something yeah rings a bell to me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if there's anything on there that like catches your eye and you're like, hey, what is this? Or if this sounds interesting or whatever, please feel free to give me your input. I'm always
Okay. Great.
I'm flexible. So
Thank you.
all right. You got it. We'll continue on Friday. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. You too.
Bye bye.